Hi, welcome back. It's time for a State of the Union by me, Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki, a presidential candidate for the 2020, 2024, and eventually the 2028 presidential elections. And I am here to first state my condolences to the family and friends of Renee Good. It was, I think, a very sad interaction and wrong place at the wrong time sort of event. And the way it unfolded, it just breaks your heart. So I am very sorry for the loss of her life, especially in this way. And my heart goes out to her children who no longer have a mother, and to her wife and friends. I am very sorry for your loss. It is never easy when you have a U.S. citizen against another U.S. citizen and things escalate, because they can escalate to a dangerous level, which is what we've just seen. And I'm also very sorry for the officer who did the shooting. It was a very split-second issue. And sometimes when we have to make decisions very quickly, they may or may not be the right decision. So I wish you peace in whatever you think the situation really was. And may the truth come out about this entire event. It is a tragedy on many levels. And time will eventually evaluate what really happened. But until then, we have to live together. We cannot use things like this to hold us hostage against each other and build more hate. Now, I guess this video will be about hate, because I was going to put out videos earlier, but I came across so much hate on the internet that I felt the only way to reach these people who I thought needed reaching was to individually speak with all of them and spread more accepting, peaceful thoughts. And I uncovered over and over again that there's really people have deep-rooted hate inside of them. Hate for people who believe differently than them, who have a different religion. I mean, really unacceptable hate and anger. And I don't know where this is really coming from, except, I'm guessing that these people didn't get the love and attention maybe they've needed, quite possibly their whole life. So, why we have so much hatred, I don't know. And I think also people need to be flexible with their thoughts and thinking. But Yeah, I think we've created a world that is just too stressful in the US. I don't know about other countries. I mean, I know about Switzerland, and there it's pretty, the stress is fairly low in comparison to the USA. And yeah, I'm concerned about the hate that I've seen now, not only in this shooting incident, but also on the internet. So I call on everybody to take a step back. Stand down, put your shoulders down, and relax. We don't need all this hate. We are human beings, each one of us, and we have to live together. And the best way to live together peacefully is to talk about the issues and work together. Now, the biggest problem I see is that because the Democrats and Republicans have hostilely taken over our country and they're not letting other people in, they will not listen to our voices. They are only listening to the military industrial complex and the medicine industrial complex and the pharmacy industrial complex and the greed, banking, money making industrial complex. They don't care. The Democrats and Republicans don't care about the US citizens anymore. They see us as taxpayers, people who give them money to do what they want with it. And this has to stop. So we need so many things to change, but we got to get the Democrats and Republicans out of office because they're the ones who have done this to us, the U.S. citizen. They've created this stressful environment that we're in, and they're not doing anything about it. Then we need to have a new election, and I think if the Supreme Court would actually act on my lawsuit, then we could move forward with these plans. But until then, we're sort of stuck this way, unless Donald Trump, you are the sitting president, acting president at the moment. So you could call a halt to all of this, and we could sit down and hash out a new constitution. We don't need a completely new one because some things are working very well. And I've noticed that you've been testing it out to see what is working and what's not. And I've been watching, so I see it too. But we need to get rid of the pork that's in the Constitution, the things that don't make sense anymore because they were written at a time when we didn't have airplanes, when we didn't have the internet, when people had slaves and the Native Americans weren't somehow fitting into our scheme whatsoever. So it is just time to rewrite this document, bring it up to date, and change the shape of our government slightly. We don't need House of Representatives anymore. They're very expensive to keep, and they're not listening to you and me. They're not listening to the U.S. citizens, and they're treating us like we don't exist. So, since the document starts with we the people and not we the Democrats and Republicans, I think this is extremely important. And we need to, in this 250th anniversary year of our country, it is time. I mean, this should have been done long ago, but maybe everybody was just closing their eyes and not realizing the problems. But now our eyes are open. We have problems, and it is time. People are angry, and I don't blame them. I'm angry. I want my vote counted from 2024. They didn't count my vote in West Virginia. Shame on them. Shame on our country. Shame on the grown-ups who let this go on. And shame on the ones who knew what they were doing and organized it this way. You're criminals, you're traitors, and you should be locked up. So, the other part of this is we need to start a domestic tranquility department and start paying mothers and fathers to be mothers and fathers and give them training on how to do it. We need success for our children. We don't need disasters. We need families and homes that are loving, not angry and abusive. So, these are my State of the Union. This is what I see. We got lots of angry people, and it's got to stop. The lobbyists come last. The citizens come first. So that's the end of my State of the Union for today. I'll be giving another State of the Union, which would be for a couple of days ago that I still owe you. But, yeah, so let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel or page, wherever you are. I am Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki. I have a website, Susan4USA.com. That's Susan, the number 4, USA.com. And so go there and have a look at what my thoughts are about these different things. And Donald Trump, or President Trump, if you're listening, let's sit down and hash out a new way forward. And we need to get the Democrats and Republicans out of office. They're working together, and it's enough now. So again, thank you. State of the World is coming up next. This is the end of part 2 of my campaign update. Bye for now.